So Paul sent me an email a little while ago and said, hey, we're going back to the captain's house. And you're staying in the same room that you stayed in before. So I've been voluntold that I now have to basically stay in a place where I may have seen the devil himself.
Whatever these beings are, and it extends across all sorts of cultures, will often use mirrors and reflections, and they can travel through dimensions or wherever they're traveling. We would call dimensions, but they use them as modes of travel sometimes, modes of watching us, so that mirrors are almost like a two-way kind of thing.
Whoa. You think something was here to watch, Dillon?
If there was a shower curtain there, if it was your average shower with a shower curtain, maybe nothing, you never would have been any wiser. But because it's a reflective surface, maybe something appears in the mirror, and then Dillon could see it in what is in effect another mirror.
With the angle.
So the concept that you just pitched to me is that, yeah, maybe if there isn't glass to see the demon see looking through your mirror, maybe you just won't notice him, but he still might be there.
Yes, exactly. They might always be there.
So yeah, when I first came up the stairs, and I did kind of call out a bit, but they were busy with the other stuff. One, this place just kind of feels like there's somebody else up here. And when it was just me, that's creepy. But this door goes up to the attic, up to the widow's walk. And twice it made a little sound like that. Quite loud. So this is straight out of a horror film. I do just want to go up and see if there's any open windows or anything. As I suspected, there's absolutely no open windows up here, so I don't know yet what could have been moving that door rationally. We'll look for the irrational stuff later. That's always fun.
Do you remember what you said when we first got here the last time?
This room creeped me out. I wouldn't stay here. What does it smell like to you? And this was not here before.
No, because I was in here when Tabor first. Ooh, that's weird.
What do you?
It stops. I smell like, this is gonna sound so like disrespectful. I smell old man.
Men's cologne. It smells like men's cologne.
Ollie, can you come down here? I don't know what I saw, but I think I just saw something weird.
Yeah, what's up?
So I may just throw you into the fire a little bit.
Why? What do you mean?
Without actually telling you why I sent you in the bathroom. Okay.
What did you see?
When we were here last, and I saw the face from my bedroom, like this CCTV's filming the mirror, because I was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right about here is where I saw, let's say it. Let's call it it.
Okay.
I thought I saw it again.
Like the reflection?
Yeah.
Do you think it was just like these tiles?
Like the black part
Like
of the tiles?
is that
No.
like the
No,
like you saw it?
Here's the thing that's messing me up a little bit. Is you're seeing all this. You see the little bit of reflections in the artifacts of like the, you know, the metal shining from the light.
Yeah.
When you turn the light on, I couldn't see it, and when you turn the light off, what I had saw before wasn't there.
So you saw it. It's not a reflection and you couldn't recreate it?
It's not there. Like, when you turn all the lights off, it wasn't there anymore.
Do you want me to go try it again?
Yeah, go there one more time.
Okay.
When you come back down, leave the lights off.
Okay.
Oh, this is wonderful.
So you saw the demon face?
I don't like calling it that, but yes.
Right.
I saw the demon face. Which I was really hoping, like, oh, I see it now. It must be some sort of artifact.
You ready?
But no. Yeah, try it.
Okay.
All right, turn them off and leave them off.
Yeah.
And then come back down here.
You know what we should do?
What?
2 words.
Ghost box?
Let's drop it right in. You and Holly up there. Turn it on. Call out. See if anything answers. And then, boom, off we go.
But I had some questions about your experiences when you were here, because I did some reading, and I'm curious about a couple things. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what you or who you were thinking about in the moments leading up to what you saw? Were you in the process of falling asleep? And
No.
There's no, like, had you been lying down for any period? I'm just curious because there's some things here that could add up interestingly. In which case, then there is something else we might want to try.
So that scares the hell out of me. Is it worthwhile for me to explain exactly how that night went down?
I don't see why not. Like, but
Okay.
I mean, I think the process of, you coming home and who was on your mind or who you were thinking of, or if there was something, if you were reaching out for a question, looking for an answer.
The first time I was here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was laying down.
Yeah.
I was so removed from the world because we were done filming, right? Mm-hmm. It was very tiring. That place was an asthma presenter because we were at the Yarmouth jail and it was just very musty and gross. Mm-hmm. I was not thinking about anything.
Okay, nothing.
I wasn't tired. I was watching YouTube. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm going to watch some stupid YouTube videos and just sort of take my mind off it and then I'll fall asleep. And then I was watching YouTube and I looked over at the bathroom for some reason. And that's when I saw the thing.
Did it move while it was there?
No, that was kind of the creepy thing. Now, the one aspect of it that kind of scares me the most is that the first time I saw it, there were red eyes.
Right.
Like dark blood red, small, tiny dots looking at me.
Were they illuminated or?
It seemed like it. That's what screwed me up. And I ended up turning the light on. So I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. Those colors were not there the second time I saw it.
The light was off? The lights were off in here the first time you saw it?
The light was off in the bathroom.
There was a light on out here?
Yeah, I had it. Because you can turn these lights on and off, like, by intensity.
Yeah.
I had one on because I was doing some work.
And how did what you saw dissipate?
I don't know.
How did you stop seeing it?
There was just one time when we were doing it and it wasn't there.
Yeah, I know, but like if I'm looking at that picture right now and I see the picture, like did you blink? Did you look away? Did you...
No, I stopped looking in this because it scared the hell out of me.
You looked away.
I stopped looking. There was like hours where I did not look in there. I did not dare to look in there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was freaky. It's just letting us know that the temperature variation has changed slightly. Gone up, actually. But it could be adjusting to the fact that we've come upstairs.
Yeah. Any other questions? Because I feel like you had something that was going to add up.
Yeah, I'm not done. So, after you saw that, in the days after, if you can remember, did you hear something?
Are you guys moving down there? I heard like a jingle.
A jingle?
Like keys.
Like close?
Like down the hall.
Interesting. After here, where did we go? Do you remember?
My God, Seaside.
Was it?
Yeah. Because we stayed here. We did Yarmouth, Barrington, Seaside.
Okay. That's messed up.
Why?
Well, because in seeing, I did some reading, but in seeing something like you did in a mirror or like that reflection.
I feel like I'm going to hate every word that comes out of your mouth right now.
No, I'm just exploring. That what's curious is that I just asked you in the days afterwards if, and I didn't get to finish my sentence before you heard a sound that you heard at another location, the jingling of the keys.
Right.
Or in this case, a lock. But mirror, like visions and stuff can have to do with past loved ones sometimes. Not that I'm saying that's what's happening here.
Right.
So I was curious if you had been reaching out or trying to gather information or something, or you were thinking about in the past your grandfather. And then also, if there's no question leading up, sometimes an experience will happen relating to that person that you were close to or were thinking about in the days afterwards. I lost my train of thought there because obviously what you saw, you didn't feel connected. It wasn't as if it was a loved one. But if you're seeing something from the other side, I thought perhaps it might follow a similar pattern. Whereas if you were thinking about something, like at the jail where Paul was releasing something, if you were thinking about that, would it show itself? And then in the days leading up, would it also try to interact with you? So that was why I was asking those questions.
Well, that's great.
So, what if there's another Paul in another dimension? I feel like I'm quoting from my film Roundabout. Actually, I am kind of quoting from my film Roundabout. If there's another Paul out there, maybe that other Paul could make itself known through the mirror. Oh, or maybe if I touch the mirror, I get hauled in. Actually, you know what? That's actually kind of scary because I've seen Prince of Darkness, which is a very frightening film.
People believe that mirrors can be conduits or portals to the in-between worlds, or the afterworld, or the underworld, and to contact people that have passed. They will put themselves in a trance-like state with a couple of other factors in place to try and see their loved one or get a vision of the future or something like that. Which is why I was asking about, I thought perhaps if you were going in and out of consciousness from sleep,
Right.
you might be in that space to do something like that. I was just weighing it. But it's weird how opposed to it he is.
Like, is he like, no, it's stupid?
No, I think he's afraid of it.
I might do a full hand later.
Is he on right now? Paul, can you come up here for a quick second?
The funny thing with mirrors is like, I can think back to when I was very young and looking into them and not trusting what I saw on the other side. I don't know if it's like I've always had this thing with them.
I have a question for you.
Freaky.
You got something against mirror gazing?
I just think if you believe in any of this stuff, it's an inherently dangerous activity.
What? The reason I ask is because Holly was just saying that you're kind of very against it. Why are you against it? I'm just genuinely curious.
Oh, well, I just don't like mirrors in any way, shape, or form.
That's weird.
And the older I get, the more I get out of breath. The idea of something looking back at you, especially, anyway, I just don't like mirrors. And part of it has to do, I think I was telling Ollie in the car, there's a movie called Prince of Darkness, which is a horror film with Donald Pleasance and a bunch of kids and Satan. And Satan comes through the mirror. The whole idea is and you reach into the mirror. But I think I was telling you earlier too, even within folklore, there's these stories of mirrors. I've never heard anybody say anything good would ever come, through a mirror or whatever, or contact you through a mirror. I might be wrong. Part of it is I'm probably influenced by the Donald Pleasance film, which I think was a John Carpenter film. But the other thing is, mirrors just freak me out, man.
See, that's weird, right?
Well, thank you.
Not a lot. You won't say that about a lot of things. That's why it's curious.
Yeah.
No, I just generally don't like mirrors, or, people think I'm vain. I'm always looking in mirrors. I'm not. I actually usually try and look away from them. It's just a thing. It's since I was a kid. I just don't like mirrors.
See? What is that?
People think I'm vain. I'm always looking in mirrors. I'm not. I actually usually try and look away from them. It's just a thing. It's since I was a kid. I just don't like mirrors.
See? What is that? Because I had the exact same thing, and I was just telling Dillon, since I've been a kid, I've always been uncomfortable with mirrors.
Oh, well,
and I can remember
I had no idea. I was
looking
downstairs.
into them at myself. And maybe it's like a self-reflection thing of like, not, as a child, I don't know who I am or whatever, but I don't know, man. That's weird. And it's weird that you've also had the same experience. You've not had that?
No, not until the year.
Oh, interesting.
Mirrors have never freaked me out.
Huh. Try not to get a laser in my eye. Where is it? Oh, I see. It's going the other way. Oh, man. That is very disco weird.
So you're supposed to, weird.
See?
Paul, move back to where you were.
Mirrors freak me out, man. Well, they don't freak me out. When you deal with the occult, like a mirror, if you're just, getting ready to go to work or something,
Yeah.
no problem. But if you're specifically out doing some occult, paranormal kind of thing, no, I tend to avoid mirrors.
You know what it is? You're right, because it has to do with the energy I think you direct towards it, and I feel like it amplifies it. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately.
See? Because then you can just see multiple, it's almost like you can see into the multiple realities, especially if you work the mirror so that you've got the mirror trick where it's...
Yeah, but see, a mirror should just be a reflection of reality. Is it possible that in seeing the reflection, we actually see something different than what we see by looking at it presently?
How did you go blind, Paul? Well, I was ghost hunting.
Say that again.
I don't know if I could. Mirrors are supposed to just reflect reality, but perhaps when looking into them, we see a reflection of something we can't see when we're present in it.
Do you want to hear something weird?
Sure.
Well, that's what we're here for.
And I'm not realizing this until right now that we're talking about mirrors and this whole thing. And I hate what I'm about to say.
Ooh.
And I wish I was faking this.
Right. So Holly's reaction is, ooh.
But yeah,
and my
excitement.
reaction is, damn it.
Really? I'm sorry.
I don't know when it started. I cannot pinpoint the moment, but I know it has been recent. That there have been times that I've looked in the mirror and I had to second take myself because for whatever reason my brain did not recognize the figure that was in the mirror when it was clearly me.
So
That's not good.
Either that's some sort of, trying to think of the word here. Oh my God, I can't think of it.
You're possessed.
No, I don't think that's it at all. It could be like the inability to recognize your own reflection, or you because I know what you're talking about. And like without going too like deep and dark, like I've had my issues with depression and anxiety. Is that something where you're like disassociated and so you don't recognize yourself? Or is that paranormal because you've came in contact with something else?
And it's now inside you, and
Yes.
which is like a Doctor Who episode. There is actually a Doctor Who episode like that.
Yeah. Because I've had that experience, and I had that experience from a very young age. So now somebody watching this may say, okay, well, this person has had problems disassociating. Well, true, probably. And is there something else? I grew up next to a graveyard. My house is over 100 years old.
I just know that I have never done that before.
That's never happened to you.
No.
That's very interesting.
And I haven't changed that much in the past couple of years.
Yeah. Just go stand in there and don't blind yourself, but look in the mirror. See what you see.
No, it was looking in mirrors that I first had, I guess you would call it an existential kind of experience.
Scrying.
What do you see?
Okay. You just stood in there, Paul. Mm-hmm. You know how when you're staring there and the light's off, you can see different versions of like layers of your reflection because you're in front of the glass, right? When you stand still, all of those reflections should stay still, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's virtually impossible for a human to stand absolutely still. But,
No, but you know.
pretty, ballpark.
Yeah.
You shouldn't see, a reflection over there or shimmering or anything like that, no.
About 3 layers down, my shadow against the back wall was moving.
Cool.
It's not cool.
It's funny how I moved into your camp. We're here with like Darth Sidious or Count Dooku.
Are you moving in there?
I am right now, yeah.
Okay,
just
thank
test
God.
this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I can clearly see where I am.
Yep. I'm just gonna prop. Anyway.
What if that's some sort of representation of levels of reality, and on the third level, there's something interfering?
I'll call I don't know how to handle that.
Man, that is weird. That is.
Is it doing it for you too?
Yeah, and I'm trying to discount the fact it's so your shadow is magnified behind you, and it's also somewhat distorted. So I'm taking all of those things into account, which means the shadow. A slight movement would look bigger back there.
Yes, yeah.
May I
However,
approach?
taking all that into account and having propped myself up, my head is like changing shape.
Yeah,
What?
it was my shoulders and head.
It's the last time Paul ever saw anything.
That's messed up.